Welcome to Amberg Acres. Have you ever woken up in the morning and had one of them thoughts in your head that, why didn't I ever think of that before? Well, that happened to me last night. So why don't you come along and see what I came up with. So I am out here today making another attempt at trying to grade my trails a little bit. I'm going to try my my field drag that I made for doing the food plots, and I'm going to set it like an inch high and see if that works to flatten out this snow a little bit so I can ski on it better. But it's kind of frozen in out here. I don't think that snow is that heavy. What I am going to do is I'm going to tie it to my hitch here. And hopefully I can get back up to the garage there and hook it up a little better. See if that'll lift it. All right, so we got it up here, but the ropes don't really work because it's too stretchy, So I'm gonna try and put something across here, and then something onto my hitch is what I'm gonna attempt to do. So I'll get back to you when I figured out what that is. So this is just gonna be a temporary setup. This is probably gonna bend. It's real kind of flimsy metal. But I just want to, oops, sorry about that. Well, my hands are going to get cold. So I want to test this out. And if this thing actually works, then I'll make a regular hitch bar across here with a 2-inch, a 2-inch receiver in there, so then I can use it for picking up trailers and whatever else all too, which has always been my plan. I just haven't gotten around to doing any of it. So this will get eliminated at some point and go to a regular hitch on the back here. But I just want to see if this works. So this is just kind of a temporary setup here. I can guarantee you this is going to bend. I pretty much have faith in it that it's going to bend. So now let me put my tools away and we'll get back to it. That sucker's pretty heavy. But I think it's that heavy because of all the snow on it. about an inch, so I got it. I got it set about an inch high in the back there. Get these chains undone here. That works. I got that adjusted about an inch off the ground. You know, it bounces a little bit, so we're gonna see. I mean, this is definitely gonna bend here, but we'll see. We'll see how it goes as we go over there. Okay. All right, here we go. So that actually worked pretty darn good. Probably the best thing I've tried so far. So I guess my main goal is to find a heavier piece of steel here and actually make a hitch for this this carryall, and this will work much better the next time I try it. So I'm just gonna park it in here, and we'll go see if we can find something to make a stronger hitch. So let's take a little walk over there and see what that looks like. I think it did a pretty good job. You have the tire tracks, you know, that pack it down really hard, but then in the middle, it kind of left it kind of fluffy, you know, which is what I want for the skis. So this section I back dragged yesterday with the bucket, so it's a little hard here in the middle. But over here, this was pretty much virgin snow, so you can see how the tire tracks here are hard. But this center part right here, you know, there's a good inch or so of soft snow there yet, all the way down the middle. I think that's perfect for what I want to do. And now I can just ski right through there. I think that worked pretty good. I could actually I could actually probably drop it a little bit. I'm at about an inch and a half right now. I could probably drop it down, you know, to where it's actually dragging a little bit and the teeth are touching. This is nice and soft right here in the middle yet. You know, perfect for skiing on. I think that's gonna work. We're gonna go over to the field and we'll see what the field looks like. So where I back drag through here, this is actually really nice. Even just for walking, if me and the wife want to come out here on an afternoon and take a little walk out to the field, this is actually really nice walking right now compared to what we were walking on. And it's still, even though I back dragged it, this is still kind of soft right there in the middle. That worked really good. I still think the ultimate would be a roller. Roll it so it packs it down, not tight, but packs it down, and then come through with this drag and rough it up again and leave a little bit of powder right on top like that. I think that would be the ultimate way to do it. But anyway, I mean, that's for next year. I'm not going to get to that roller this year anymore. So I'll have to do that during the summer. But this made a really nice trail through here. So I went through this section here. I had been going around that way with the tractor. But I went through this section here, so I was going through virgin snow to see how it actually did on a first pass through virgin snow. And it really, you know, it really did a nice job. That is, I had to push pretty hard to get that to go in, you know, 2 inches. So it packed it down pretty good. It looks pretty nice. I think that'll make a good track now for skiing. Sure is pretty out here when you get that snow on the trees like that. But as you can see, there are very little deer tracks out here now this time of year. You know, a couple here and there. And I haven't seen Leonard now for a couple of days, or a couple of weeks actually. Probably 2 weeks I haven't seen him. So I don't know where the heck he went to. But hopefully he's still around here somewhere. Okay, so we're back at the shop here, and this is my plan, is to put a piece of tubing across here. Now this I just set this one here to show you. I have some 2x2 by 1/4 inch thick, I believe, tubing in the storage unit, and I'm gonna have to get that up here and get that bolted on there. And then I have another hitch. Oh, right here it is. I have a hitch. This is from a one of the 4-wheelers. Okay, and then that'll go on there like so. Right? Then I can use it 2 ways. I can, you know, use it to hook up the trailers, and I can hook that drag on here easily enough and just pull it around the field. And that's my plan. So I got to go find that piece of 2x2. I'm pretty sure it's in my storage unit. So that might take me a couple days to get down there and find that. But in the meantime, I think we're going to go skiing. Okay, guys. Here we go again. We're going to try not to wipe out this time. I think this will work much better the way I have this graded now. Oh yeah, much better. I haven't tried coming over this with the track, you know, with my little thing I made, but I'm thinking that might work now, because this is soft here. If I would come over this now with that track and just put some tracks in, I think that might work. This is sliding really nice. I really think if I would do this every time after a fresh snow, I would get a nice packed down trail here, and it would make this really nice for skiing. And the problem I have is even just a simple corner like this, if this isn't flat, I can't turn my skis, you know, to slide. And that's where the Groom Trails, you know, out in the Kettle Moraine State Forest where I used to ski, when I got to a big hill where there was a corner at the bottom, I got out of the track and I went on the flat area, and then I could kind of slide my skis to turn the corners. Here you got too many ridges and stuff yet that you're not going to be able, you're just not going to turn the corner, you know, because you can't slide the skis. But we'll get it figured out here. By the end of winter, I think I'll have a system down. I think we're definitely going to turn here next year. I'm going to clean this little opening up here, and then if I'm coming down this hill, I can make a more gradual turn onto that other trail there. I think that'll work, or even kind of come through over here, right between them two trees there. It'll make a much straighter shot coming down the hill. See, I don't think you can see this on the camera very well, but this is all dips here where I dug out trees, and I haven't been able to fill it in yet. So that's one of my jobs for this spring, is to flatten this all out and make it a smooth trail first, and that'll help with all of this. That'll help with grooming it for the skis. It'll help with everything if I have a smooth trail. But it all takes time. And last year I didn't have a whole lot of time, so hopefully this year now I'll have the whole summer up here. I should be able to get a lot of this stuff done. I mean, every time I walk out here, I see more dead trees. Right there's two of them right there. Two dead ones. This should come down. Those are still got the branches on. They're probably okay for firewood yet. There's one back there with all the holes in it. But right now, it's kind of difficult getting back in an area like this. In the yard, I was fine with the tractor. But the last thing I want to do is get the tractor stuck in here somewhere and then I can't get it out. But spring will be busy, that's for sure. Try and get some of this done before the heat shows up in June or so. This here's another corner I should straighten out. I should come straight from right there and come straight through and connect them and eliminate this turn I have here. When I first make the trails, I always follow the easiest path. And that's why my trails kind of wind through the woods, because I'm trying not to take down the big trees. And right there's another dead one, a widowmaker, hanging right there that I missed. I missed when we did it in fall. But that's why my trails wind around, because I'm trying to take the easiest path without cutting down trees. That one's dead right there. So now that I have the trail established, I could take down that one tree there and eliminate that whole corner up there. You know, that would straighten that out quite a bit. Just taking one tree down. But you always take the easiest path to start with, because it would take you forever to try and cut a perfectly straight path through this woods. You'd be cutting down some really nice trees, and I don't want to do that. I want to try and, you know, I'd rather cut this kind of stuff down and bulldoze it with the bulldozer with the root grapple, instead of taking a nice oak tree down, you know, because that one right there is an oak. I believe it is. No, maybe that one isn't. No, that is a pine. Never mind. I misspoke. So that one could come down. I think that next one up there is an oak, though. That's right on the corner there. Yeah, I believe that one is an oak. It's an oak or some kind of a hardwood tree right there. So that's why I went around it. But in hindsight now, I could, if I took one down, it wouldn't hurt. Maybe in both of them. Out here in our woods, and pretty much, I think it's pretty much the entire national forest up here in northern Wisconsin, these white pines grow like weeds. They're growing everywhere, and they're a nice tree, but there's so many of them that if I cut a few down, I'm not losing nothing, you know. And then the other tree we have a lot of are the spruce, and they're different kind of spruces. There's a white spruce up here, and then one of these I believe is called a fir or a hemlock. I'm not really up on my trees, but you can tell by the needles that it's a different. It looks like a spruce, but it's a different type of tree. And the red pines, you don't have red pines unless you plant them. And that's the ones you see growing all in the nice straight rows. Those are all planted. The red pines don't seem to grow anywhere by themselves. And I ain't sure why. Somebody told me once that they don't reproduce on their own. So my question is, if they don't reproduce on their own, where do they get the seeds from to start the seedlings? So that's kind of a odd question, but that's my take on it. But yeah, we got white pines coming out of our ears up here. And there are some very nice ones. I mean, you know, I believe that one right there is a nice white pine, nice and straight. And, you know, there's several of them out here that are really, really big around, you know, big diameter trees. There's one right there in that one there is a white pine. Nice straight trunk on it. As long as they're not damaged when they're young. If they're damaged when they're young, then you get a double trunk, and then they're not so nice. Those are the ones you'd want to try and cut down. See, here's some red pines over here that somebody planted at one time. That's the neighbor's property over there. So I don't know if he planted them or they were planted before he bought the property even, but they've been there a while. See, all of these young ones, these are all white pines. All these little sticks we got growing in here, most of them are white pines. There's a few. This is some kind of a spruce here. You can tell by the shorter needles. Here's a nice big one, nice big straight. Could probably get about about 22 by 4s out of there if you cut it right. This here is another corner to fix. Comes straight out of here and goes straight through and connect to that other trail over there. Instead of this kind of hairpin corner I have here. The other problem with the white pines is they make such a big canopy that nothing really grows underneath them, you know. Besides the other spruce and stuff in here, you don't have any of the underbrush growing, which is what the deer like to browse on. So it wouldn't hurt to go through here and clean a couple of trees out so that the underbrush could grow a little more. So that one right there, you can see was damaged as a young tree. So it's got a double trunk now. This one here has a double trunk. You know, that's because they were damaged when they were young. And that's the way they grew. Actually, all of these look like they have double trunks on them. So they've all been damaged at a young age. You know, this one here grew straight up. Okay, here we are coming up the home stretch. Again, this is all tiny white pines in here. They grow like weeds. So when I first met my wife, which is, let's see, 17, 18 years ago, and we first started coming up here to this property, I came in here in this front, I don't know, 50 feet or whatever, and I planted about, 50, 75 red pines. Because I thought it would be nice to have them up here in the front, you know, make a nice red pine. And that one there is the only one that survived. There might be one of those right there by the towards the road. There might be one too, but you can definitely tell a difference between the red and the whites. That's the only one that survived. I don't know what happened to them all. You know, when we first started coming up here, we were only coming up maybe once a month or so, so I wasn't up here looking at the stuff. I wasn't watching it. I didn't put baskets around any of it like I do now with my hardwoods over there. I put baskets around it. So I don't really know what happened to these. I don't know. Usually the deer don't eat the spruce or the white pines, from what I can tell. I don't know if they eat the red pines. They might eat the red pines. I've never seen one eating it, but that's the lone survivor of all them trees I planted. And I got them for $1 a piece, so it wasn't like it was a big deal. But it is a lot of work planting trees. You can spend a whole day out here and you only get 100 trees planted, you know. So, all right, guys, that's going to be it for this video. You know, if you enjoy these videos, you know, give me a thumbs up and make sure you subscribe. And I'm going to go in and watch some football. I got my exercise for the day. It's time to watch some football.